Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and it is pretty early this morning. It's a little bit after 7:30. We are in the 69. As you can see, we have the forage harvester on the back here. We just got this all set up this morning. Not because it's going to be used, but because it is going back to the dealer in which we kind of leased it from for the summer. For those of you who will recall, ours had a horrible end. A horrible beginning to the season. We didn't even get going with it really before it blew out a couple of bearings and even more damage to the kind of chopper and flywheel. So we're going to have a look at that in a little bit, but first we're going to take this back up to the yard here. We have been pretty busy since the last video. The last video was actually about a week ago now actually. We got quite a little bit of land worked up, and we've even been able to get a little bit more done around here as well. So that's all good news. But yeah, today we need to just go and take this back up to the yard. The leaves are turning a glorious colour this time of year. Really is nice out. It's a bit chilly though. It is very crisp outside, so we are going to see what we can get done today. We've got a little bit of land work that we can work on that is probably looking like it's going to be possible. A few more fields. We're going to try and get into some winter wheat. And about 30 acres of winter barley to do. Not all ours though, there is quite a bit of customers to do. So we'll see how we get on. Like for now though, we're just going to rumble up to the dealership, take this back, and then we'll be able to leave this and kind of not worry about it moving forward. Weather is supposed to turn a little bit foul today, so we'll have to see if that actually materializes or not. Where we go. So the Lely Storm behind me here was a fantastic machine actually for us. Worked really well. Much improvement from our original machine from the John Deere harvester. That is currently lying in pieces on our workshop floor, so we're gonna have a look at that in just a few moments when we take ourselves back down to the yard. But yeah, for now we're just gonna go and check in with the dealership. I'm gonna get this all dropped off, sign off all the paperwork, etc., and then be done with it, and we'll see how we're looking. And we'll come back to you when we're all done and dusted. So I'll drive up the hill here. We're just gonna park this up and then hitch it really. And then we'll come back and have a chat about the John Deere. What a beautiful view it is out here this morning. Absolutely stunning. Not a grey cloud in the sky yet, so I'm not quite sure when this rain's going to come, but we'll see about that. Everything is dropped off there. Everything is looking good. Had a quick chat with the kind of sales manager for the region, just about how and the possibility of lease agreements for next year, because from what we've seen so far and what we're going to have a look into in just a second there, I don't really believe that our John Deere is going to be salvageable. I think that's destined for a scrap heap, so we'll have to have a look into that one and see. They've got some interesting and attractive arrangements for new leases, so it might be something we'll have to have a look into. But we'll just have to see how the contracts go and how our prices work out for selling all of our current crops. And see how the contracts with the BGA go as well, because we may well be looking into getting a little bit more grass a little bit down the line. Around the corner we go there. Okay, here we go. So we're going to just park the John Deere back around the side. We'll take the long way around, so I can't be bothered to open all the gates again this morning. So we're going to take a long way around. Everything else is all set up, ready to continue with the cultivation. Fancy we might get a little bit of ploughing done. That field straight over the in front of us there, straight over the river. Stubble field on the hillside is ready to go next, I think. So we'll see. I might try and do just a bit of direct drilling with that one. So what we're going to do is we might just scratch up the surface really, disc it up a bit, might give us a bit of a tilt to work into. So with that in mind, we're going to swing the disc straight back on to the John Deere here. We're really able to cover some good ground with these. With the discs are in just a little bit over 3 meters, 3.2 meters in length, I do believe. But it works fantastically for us. But elsewhere, before we do any of that, we're going to have a quick look into seeing what we've got going on inside here. As you can see, you've got the Fendt and the John Deere ready to go. We spent a wet day last week moving the fuel tank. So as we come around the corner here, we'll see the fuel tank is now situated in here. What that means is that it's kind of under lock and key a bit more now. It's hidden Where it was before as well, it was kind of a bit open and in clear sight. We can lock this all down, shut all the gates around here, and that makes it all just that little bit more secure, which I think is very important. And yeah, it just means that it's all kind of safely out of the way, and people can't see it as much, so that's kind of what we always want to do. And then, which brings us into this issue here. So this is our old John Deere trailed forage harvester. We have stripped it all down, as you can see. We've taken off the feeder house on the front, the pickup header. We've got all of these different reels which are here because what we're trying to get into is inside there, which we haven't quite got to yet. But what happened is there are a couple of bearings that go through the middle here. Inside here is a big kind of flywheel which chops up all the grass and then flings it up the chute and then out into the trailers. Flings up that chute there. That bearing broke on us and caused a vibration that we didn't detect, which then allowed for the entirety of the flywheel to start running at a bad angle with the vibration and then cracking the flywheel as well. And the house inside has actually got a little bit of a crack. You can see that line there, kind of running on a diagonal, is a bit of a warp, actually, a warp in the metal. So ultimately, it is not looking all that great. We are gonna have to look into this. We broke it down there. I got some prices and some quoting just for me to get an idea of where we stand, but it's just not looking good. It's gonna be extremely expensive, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that fixed today, or at all. Actually, for the cost of it, it's very much borderline as a write-off. So we'll have to wait and see. What we are going to do though, we're going to get ourselves all set up to go and do a little bit more cultivation there. I do believe at some point we might be going to do a little bit of carting for Jerry. I think they might want to get some muck spread onto the fields, but I don't think that's going to happen today, probably more tomorrow. And we'll see what they do. And until next time though, cut all that bit out. But yeah, we're likely going to be looking into getting some more muck spreading done. I think it's likely going to be tomorrow. So the idea is that I'm going to get that field worked over now at least, and then we can get that drilled, and then we can take it from there. So I'll get everything set up here, and we'll get on after it for the day. Still a little bit early, so the guys haven't come in just yet. Okay, so we're going to just head on out with the Unica. Ooh, left that bit tight there. And away we go. And so we're going to head out. This field's not the biggest here. It just wants to be... It was ploughed over last year there, so we don't plough every field over every year. We're just going to give this one a bit of a work over. Should give it, kind of knock all the tops off and just kind of even the field out a little bit before the drill comes in. And it'll just give us a little bit of a good seed tilth to work into, a good seed bed. This kind of this disc setup worked very well for the field over the road there, which was that's probably done about 7 days ago now. You can see that we've got the first stage of emergence coming through there, so that's always good. We'll go and start up in this top corner, I think. This field is a little bit sandy. It's on a bit of a hill here, so it's a little bit lighter ground as well. So it's not heavy. It doesn't really need a lot of working over by any stretch. But we'll get ourselves in and away. As you can see though, it is a little bit rough. Sometimes when we do a plough of land over the following year there, we do just like to kind of disc it up and just level it all off a little bit. So we're going to get that all done nicely and easily. Keep everything looking tidy. So how's it all going anyway? Hope you're all doing very well today, whatever you're getting up to. We are desperately trying to get as much done as we can at the moment there. We are due some really poor weather in the next couple of weeks. A lot of rain coming, so we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, for now we're trying to make the most of it, the good weather whilst we can. And not sure how much more. We've still realistically we've still got about 300 acres to drill, I would say, all in. Not all mine, but a lot of contract work as well. So I'm not sure when or how we're going to get all of that done, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Now what we're going to do is just spin around. let's get the speed up. As you can see, the John Deere is more than capable of handling this without any concerns at all. So we are going to keep rumbling on. We'll get this field done as quickly as we can, and we'll come back to you when we're a little bit further down the line. Alright, we're done there. As the sun is beginning to set here on Shamrock Valley for another evening, the rain still hasn't arrived, which has been great. It means that the boys have got up to Shamrock Farm there and got about 40 acres ploughed and drilled today. So that's one more job off the list. So the tractors are going to stay up there for this evening. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm likely just going to park these discs back here, hitch them off, and then get the trailer put on ready for tomorrow. And then I'm going to head out in the Land Rover to go and pick up the team and bring them back for the day. We'll be good. I don't know what, we'll just stick this over here. Parks on the grass here for now. Alright then, get that done. So we're going to just go and stick this around the corner so it's ready to be put onto the, probably one of the Red Rocks, or the old Marshall actually, the old Marston trailer tomorrow, and we're going to be caught a little bit of muck by the sounds of things, so we need to get that ready to roll, and we'll see how this all goes. We could really do with like an old dump trailer of our own, just so we can cart muck around. We're going to have to use the Red Rock today. Something that doesn't matter, we can put any kind of material in there, it doesn't matter. But hey, we don't have one of those just yet, so we'll see. Excellent stuff, so we're going to leave that there for now. I've left my lights on, because of course I have. Seems to be my going thing to do. We'll shut the door. And we're going to pick up the Land Rover. Like I say, we're going to go and pick up the guys. I think they've parked up now, they've just about finished, more or less just got the headlands left to do, so we'll get this shut up. And we'll shut this one as well. And then yeah, they've got another couple of fields to work on there tomorrow, so it doesn't make any sense at all to bring back the tractor this evening, or the tractors this evening, so we'll leave them where they are. Just hop over this gate. Hop over this gate as well. And yes, that'll be, I think once we get that one done, that'll be Jerry almost finished. I think he's got another field to do after that. So again, it's not taking us too long to work our way through there, but we're getting them done. And then we're going to come back down to do some of our own land here. We've got a little bit more we want to get kind of buttoned up. So yeah, we'll get that done, and before you know it, we'll really be making some great ground here. So it's going to be fantastic to see. It really just started to get pretty cold early on here now. You can really feel the frost coming in, so it's we're really into a bit of a cold snap at the moment there. So I mean, we could work through it, but it doesn't really seem like we need to, though. We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit, so we'll just call it a day. It's still 7 o'clock here now, so we've done well, got a lot of ground covered. We're getting to the stage now where tomorrow morning when we start, we're going to need to refuel the tractors and bring up some seed as well from Jerry's yard. So that's something we're going to have to look into and make sure we get all of that done. For now though, we're just going to trundle up the hill. They're kind of working up a forested track really, so it's kind of that field is the field just over there that we're going into, but because of where they are, they're pretty secluded, so the tractors are hidden out of the way, so it should be good. You have to really go search for them if you want to find them. So they should be up here and waiting for me. There they are, they're all parked up. So we're going to get these guys home and we're going to call it a day there. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you next time. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.